Okay,
There you
so
are.
hello, Mr. Tim Sales. Super excited to have you here. And we know there's a huge event coming on the 2nd of May that you are doing, especially to Israel and to the Israeli market. And we are all super excited to hear what's going to happen in this event. What are you going to talk about?
Well, Ariella, you know me, and I'm not kind of a hype kind of a guy. I believe that, business sits on the merits of the business, period. I don't need to hype anything up, but I do. There are things that are transitional times, transitional sections of a business that occur that change an industry. And I'm not inflating that at all. And there is an app, for lack of better ways to say it, but that is coming. And I've seen many people who've tried this and they've failed at it. And this one is not going to fail because of the way it was organized. And what it allows basically is that leaders can, put products that they want into. So if you can imagine a network marketing company that says, oh, you want a product, bring it, right? And, if you want to use your training, bring it. Like whatever it is, that is just a mind-blowing concept. And I'll go into details about this, about how it works, how the compensation works. It's, like most of the time, people who try to bring products that doesn't have enough margin in it, and so the company can't bring it, right? And that's really what the thing is. But the way that this was designed, it was designed in such a way that it doesn't matter if all you have is I don't know, $5 or margins are $2 in margins or something like that. It doesn't matter because they figured out a way to make that work. And so I think that is the number one differentiation, because right now, what we're seeing across the board around the world is inflation rising. And I think right now in America, the average person has to have increased their income by almost double, $700, in order to sustain the lifestyle they had. And that's really shaking up not just network marketers, but this is shaking up the world. And, when you imagine the number of people who are already living on a, let's say like right on the thread, so that they're not every single month, they are just barely making it. And this puts them over the edge. And so I view this as a way that many people who have never even thought about participating in network marketing, you see the middle management, the middle markets, right? So you got the wealthy and you got the poor, and the middle is breaking down. And so I think that this is an explosive time for network marketing in general. And this concept just brings it to where finally, not just ordinary people, but influencers are coming in droves like I've never seen it. So that's what I'm maybe talking about.
Wow. Well, first of all, that sounds amazing. Now, the main question that rises is if I'm not an influencer or a leader or have a product to bring, I'm just then one of these people in the middle. Is it a big moment in time for me as well? Is there an opportunity for me as well?
100%, because you may follow an influencer. All right, we got a very large organization that just came to us that's nothing to do with network marketing. It brought 900,000 people. And why? It was because somebody just reached out to the organization, right? So yeah, everybody. I was a nobody. Like in 1989, I was just a military guy that knew how to defuse bombs and make bombs. That's all I knew. But I figured out, hey, like I want to live on the outskirts of life. In other words, I like a farm and I like, living up in the mountains and stuff like that. I didn't have any skills, and I was going to go to college, and I was like, man, I'm going to spend 4 years to do that. And what do I get? Right. So it doesn't matter whether or not you can actually see right now what this is. You got to be here in order to understand the simplicity of it. Because like, if you look at the average statistics on social media, you have a lot more influence than you think you do. And even if you have zero influence, people who have influence. And when I say influence, what am I talking about? I'm not talking about a super, right now, the biggest market in social media that brands like, Kellogg's and all of them, Tide soap and stuff like that. Who are they going after? Micro influencers, the people who have 1,000 people, right? Like, or something like that. So that's the biggest move right now is that they're handing those people, and they will say, you promote Tide soap and we'll pay you $500. What a ripoff. What a ripoff. Go get Tide soap in this app and you're going to make money like way more than $500. Okay. And every time they ever order in the future, you make money. So yeah, they're going after, and this is what's kind of funny to me, is they'll go after like people who have a fishing channel, right? And they're selling a lure, or they're selling a cooler to put ice in your beer or your sodas or whatever it is. And so they're getting all these influencers for $500. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are so selling yourself short. So trust me when I tell you that you can reach out to any of these influencers and just say, hey, just like Tide soap is reaching out to them, or cooler companies are reaching out to them, you can reach out to them. So that's kind of the way I see it.
Well, that concept sounds amazing, but I must tell you, I represent Israelis, and we are super skeptic about basically anything. So I must tell you, that sounds too good to be true. So on the event on the 2nd of May, are you going to show us how this amazing concept can actually meet each and every one of us in real life and can actually help us change our lives?
No. And I'm going to just share with you that I don't believe one thing is for everybody. I'm just going to tell you that right up straight. Okay. So I told you that I'm not like one of these rah-rah guys. I'm not one of those people. And sometimes I have somebody who is so skeptical. It's kind of like my 5-year-old son, where he gets the idea that there's a boogeyman underneath his bed, right? And me being a warrior, I go, is he? Is he under the bed? And he goes, yes. And I go, all right, let's go get him. And he's like, no, we can't go get him, right? And so, but I will get on my army crawl and I'll crawl down the hallway, and then he gets in behind me and he crawls down the hallway. And then I turn the corner and I go, is he on that side of the bed or on this side of the bed? And he'll go, he's in the middle. And I'll go, right? And then I'll start crawling. I go, he's not in the middle. Where is he? Okay. Reason I tell you that is that there's some people that should not be in any kind of a business simply because they're scared of the boogeyman. Okay, so I can't say that everybody. No. You have to be a person who says, you know what? It's time for me to own my own. It's time for me to step out of fear, because fear, we saw over the last 2 years what fear does. It destroys people. Suicide rates through the roof, more than any time of history, more deaths than all the wars put together. We see what fear does. We don't want fear. Okay. And so maybe this is a real good time to just take off that jacket of fear and say, hey, it's time for me to tough up. All right, I got to take care of my family. I got to take care of myself. So I can't help every single person, because people have to bring it themselves. They have to bring their own ownership. They have to bring their own dream, right? That's what they got to bring. And be skeptical, right? I got a long reputation of doing what I say I'll do, and I've never overhyped anything. So just come and see.
That's amazing. That's an incredible message. Thank you for that. And thank you for that short video, because now I'm pretty sure that the people who are supposed to gain from this event and from this platform will. So thank you very much for that, Tim.
Hey, you're very welcome. And I'll just tell you a follow-up on that boogeyman. My son asked me for my flashlight because he wants to shine and see that there is no boogeyman. Okay. So just that little concept. And it was one of those moments that dads just cry when they realize that they transferred, because all you have to do is shine a light on a boogeyman and he's not there. You know, he's your shadow, you know? So anyway, I just wanted to just give you that.
Thank you for bringing that torch to Israel on the 2nd of May.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much, Tim.